a psycho icon. Your rifle might bomb, get an eye full of lead when I snipe your lights out. With a street cleaner, wipe your life out. Bullets know what your ears like a Tyson fight out. Fuck the knife clout, guns, clips. I'm going to fuck that run, bitch. I hit the street punks, you chumps don't know me. Ain't no problem to leave your whole ride home.
Hello and welcome to another video. I thought I'd try and start this one quicker than I was planning to, because it's hard to know what's going to happen with this weather. I thought I'd got lucky today and it ended up being a nice day to get out for a nice little ride, but the grey clouds decided to come out just as I get ready to go out. Typical luck of mine. It's happened so many times. At least I'm out, at least I'm about on the bike, and we're gonna go try and make a video or two. I'd like to get a couple made today if I can, because as you know, possibly, depends how much attention you pay to my channel. Probably not a lot, but that's fine. I'm nothing special, I know that, it's so cool. But yeah, I haven't had many videos up recently. It's mainly due to timing really. I've had a couple of days where I just haven't had the time to get out, and some days the weather's just not good enough, and obviously a few days of the week anyway I'm just at hospital for most of the time, and when I do get home I don't really feel like going out in the early evening straight after hospital, so I don't really go out to do videos then. I probably should try to maybe, but partly because I started in winter, I suppose I don't really go out in the evening so much, because I'm used to going out during the day more, mainly because it's a lighting issue in the winter. So yeah, there's been a few things sort of like getting me away from doing videos, but like I say, at least we're out to enjoy the bike. Let's go find some fun roads to ride on. I just thought I'd go down somewhere, try and find some different roads, somewhere a bit different, somewhere a bit random. So let's just try and get somewhere, and then I'll see you there. There's a scratch or something on my visor, man. I hope it's not scratchy. Can't get off, it might be on the inside. Let's hope there's something on the inside what I can clean off. So that'll be a pain in the ass having to buy a new visor just because of one little scratch. So that'll start to bug me if I don't get used to it. Well, I don't know exactly where I'll end up if I go straight over. I don't know if I'll find some country roads or not, but we're going to go and have a look, see where we go, see where we end up. Don't know if I have ever come right down this way before or not. I don't think I have. Is that telling me it's a dead end? Let's see. Set for bicycles. Why would a road that looks like this be a dead end? Well, we'll have a look. But like I say, we shall see. That'll be a bit of a fucking fail if it is, man. Kill those. Well, this was kind of unexpected. Cool little area there. Be nice to live out there. Have to have a little bit of money to get out there, I guess. Some nice houses and shit. Let's see if we can get out of there anyway. That's all dead end. Is that all dead end as well? Strange area. Strange. Land Rover man. I guess we're heading back and finding somewhere else to go ride. If I can find my way back, I'm probably going to end up going in circles all the time now. It's all good fun. Guess I'm turning left there. Linford Drive. Well, that was a bit of a fail. That must be an awesome little area down there, man. I bet not hardly any outsiders come down there apart from visitors or whatever. Must stay pretty quiet around here. So there's a massive little contained area with no through road. My little areas are kind of like that as well, because that's all dead end down where I live. But it's a lot smaller than this area. And council houses and flats, some people own them, but there are some bigger houses that are built years later around the back that weren't there when I first moved in. They've got some nice houses back here. Where are all these cars coming from? I might actually go down there, fuck it, see what's down there. No, it's a cul-de-sac as well. That was another fail. Don't want to get into a habit of doing that second gear U-turn. Whoops. Second gear U-turn with my foot running on the floor. Definitely want to get used to doing that. Well, that's interesting to go and explore that little area, but as a total fail, I thought I'd be able to just carry on going out somewhere out that way. Right, fuck it. Go random. Let's turn left at the first road we find and see where we go. I'm probably going to end up in another fucking dead end, aren't I? Well, getting a bit excited as well anyway. It's funny that I mentioned about a little while ago about doing that U-turn with my foot down and in second gear. Because tomorrow I do my on-site training for Mod 1. Some other nice houses out this way. Yeah, so I do that's 4 hours as well, which is cool, because that's given me a bit of confidence, and hopefully that will give me confidence going on to the actual Mod 1. But yeah, I'll be doing 4 hours training. Yeah, so I got my 4-hour training tomorrow. So it'll be good to have a few goes around the course and see where my weaknesses are, and then just practice and practice at those. And then 2 days later I got my Mod 1. I should be alright to take my camera tomorrow to film the training. Oh, I think back on some roads I've come the opposite way on some of my rides, which could be handy. Not for the video or anything, just for me, but for the video as well, to see a different perspective of things. But I want to pop to the shop while I'm on my way out and stuff, and if I get out to where I came from the opposite way, nice pigeon, I should end up by some nice options for shops. Oh, we've got some ass all right up my ass now. But anyway, I should have a good chance of getting this Mod 1 done. I'm not too scared about it. I'm going to try to stay as calm as possible, and I'll try not to think about it too much for now, because it's a little daunting when I do think about it. But I think tomorrow will help with that, with the on-site training and 4 hours of nearly got a squirrel. To what, squish a squirrel? Oh, fuck it. No indication that there's a dirty, bumpy ass end coming up. Whoa, look at this. A proper mad dip in the road. All bumpy and catches all the dirt. So that's the mad thing about these country roads, man. Even on a small bike you have to be careful, man, because something like that can catch you out and take you out, man. That's a bit messed up. I think I'll find some much better roads to play on if I do get a bigger bike. Well, when I do get a bigger bike, I should say, because I'm definitely going to get one. It's just going to take a little while. Whoa! I didn't even see that bump, man. My ass came clear off the seat then. I don't know if the bike took off, but it felt like it. But it's probably just my ass coming off the seat. Good fun. Yeah, you have to find some nice, wide, smooth country roads if you're going to fucking bomb around them, man. These ones are not safe at all. You know, and then find a little bit of a straight where you can, but then they still have bumpy ass bits. That's still good fun exploring. Also, another thing I was going to mention, look at this, East Carlton Manor. That'd be cool to go visit that, see what's going on, but I can't get in there, it's all gated. There's no way through the woods. I wonder how big the place is there, if it's possible to see it. I don't think so. That's where a drone would come in handy. There's no way I can afford a drone like all these other motovloggers, all the rich ass motherfuckers. Everyone's buying drones right now, even those Mavic Pros, and they're like $1,000, man. I'd love to have $1,000, man. And I wouldn't spend it on a Mavic Pro, fuck that. If I had $1,000, that'd be going towards my tests and my bike anyway. I can understand that how some of them can afford it, some of them have full-time jobs as well, obviously, but lovely and wet. It'd be nice to have a full-time job and do YouTube, like on your commute and on the evenings and days off, weekends. That'd be awesome. But my life has been one big catch-22 situation. There's always something in the way for me to lead a normal life. Tried to do that as quick as I could because I could see the bumps and the dirt on the road. Mad little turn and hill. But maybe you'll learn a bit more about me some other time. If the channel grows, I'll probably do the first Q&A at about 1,000 subs or something if it does get there. And maybe one day if there was enough requests too and stuff, I might do some videos of the story of my life or some shit like that. Let you know a bit more about me and about things I've been through in life and things I've experienced, the good, the bad, the ugly. But we'll see what happens in the future if the channel grows. I might suggest it sometime and see what people think, see if they'd want to see that. If not, for now we're just going to ride around random and talk random shit just like this video. We're going to do my lessons and tests. If I can film the test I will, but if I can't it don't matter, at least I'll have the training tomorrow on video. At least I can then show what there is to do, even though there's plenty of videos out there already anyway of the mod one. Just my perspective on it would be nice, and to remember it for myself. God, stink around here, man. Phew. At least one thing's for sure, I'm going to still probably do the other videos and just see how it goes, man. But obviously my last video, the title on that at least wasn't too popular, because as of today, I think, well, did I look at it today, either today or last night, that had only 54 views, and that's not a lot at the minute, because most of my videos, if they're decent enough and attract decent enough, they're getting over 100 views at least. And that's only, like I say, got 54 views, so I'm guessing not too many people are interested in that subject or interested to know what I think about it, but I'll carry on. I'll do a few videos like that. Some people might then watch that and think, oh, that's not too bad, don't mind the way he's sort of talking about it, because I feel I'm being open-minded about these subjects, and I'm just saying my view on it, you know. I'm not telling anyone it's true or real or not, you know. Everyone's entitled to making up their own minds on these things. I just thought I'd do a little My Thoughts series on different subjects, like the first one was aliens and UFOs. I will probably do a ghost one at some point, but my next one's going to be my thoughts on a different subject. Mad little place over there. I won't say what it is right now because you'll find out soon enough. Try and keep them a little bit secret. You know, obviously I will do a ghost one if I'm talking about UFOs and aliens and shit. There's going to be a ghost one, and you know, I'm sure you'll be able to guess some of the other subjects I will end up talking about. Nice I-8. I bet it's a footballer's car. Football train ground in far from there. But anyway, I'm gonna leave this little video here. So I'm gonna pop to the shops, which isn't too far away, even though it looks like I'm still in the middle of the sticks. I kind of am, but kind of not. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I've already said, I think. Never mind. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye.
Compadre, black and white, white and ivory, and black ebony. They can't step to me. Weaponry is heavenly. They can't see us in the 313 vicinity. Hey yo, M. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. I come in like ha ha. I'm ill like nah nah. And y'all don't wanna see me cause I'm ill with the skills.